Took out that encounter pretty handily. That's what I wanted to do. Check out. Okay. So we performed 2 skill triggers that time. That's 1 enemy party down, and we performed 1 awakening. So yeah, we'll have a pretty good chance of this one. There's a few things to do, but they're all pretty easy things. One of those that looks far worse than it actually is. Take a moment here, kick some chims, get our spheres back up to 999. At this point, one of the magenta ones would top us off. Doesn't look like we'll have that luck, though. Ah, there's one. Okay, good to go. Yep, this is the door we want first. Dodge these swinging blades. Now what do we got in here? Looks like more goblin knights.
My philosophy is to go full strength.
And an elite lizard. Trying to get a little too fancy there. That's on me, 100%. Not gonna lie, that little disruption in the stream, it threw me off a bit. Yeah, let's go ahead for a Bone Crusher there.
Crusher.
You know the monster did jack off when you're level 150 and they're worried about hitting you with a basic rep, by the way. Double trigger should get us pretty close to the awakening. Not quite there, but we are close. The nice thing about these monsters having a bit of heft to them is we could sit there and sort of putz around with it. Take out this Duster Goblin, and that should be more than enough to get us to that awakening. It's only going to hit the elite lizard, but we'll take it. Okay, hopefully this doesn't short it out. Don't know what happened last time, but amazingly, not done yet. Not done yet. Duster Goblins still got a bit of life in them. Oh, let's use Lotus Flower here. And double trigger for the finish.
Let's go to the next one.
Okay, so that's 2 for 2 on the awakenings. Hear the sound of a chim getting kicked in the distance. Worth a chuckle at the very least. Okay, heading up now. Steam door ahead of us. That's going to cost us 5 to get in. And what do we see here? Combat to our left.
This to go full strength.
That morale bar is just getting filled like crazy. Got to love having a harvest cleric in the party. It's a shame you only get a couple choices. Fortunately, the choices you get are usually good. You've got Adelaide, who is a main protagonist in the game series, and Shino, who is your entire motivation to play throughout the first game, character-wise. Double trigger will get us to yet another awakening, which we'll just go ahead and hit before Alcade lands that charge attack. Saw her just jetting across the combat field there. Awful lot escaped this morning. But that's already our third awakening. So right where we wanted to be on that. Trying to pay attention. There we are. Nice light Rangeki here.
Let's go to the next one.
And before we go to the next one, let's go ahead and hit up these items. Get the hit points and skill points back up to full. Not much to be done with the hit points there. Again, Harvest Cleric taking care of that. Yeah, Shino has a ton of skill points. So she's just dropping spells like crazy, and every time she casts a support spell, we get a little bit of that gauge filled back up. I'm glad they keep that there, but I really wish we could see progress on how it's going. I think it checks it off if you've completed it, but progress as you go would be nice. Okay, block 52. Another nice simple one. 3 encounter rooms. Should be called the Forested H. 90% of the floors are just H-shaped rooms. Of course, if I was designing 100 floors, they wouldn't really be all unique either. Failed my surprise round there. Almost missed my Rangeki there. Legit could not tell which monster that was. But that's an elite lizard out of the way. Now we'll start working on the other one. Taking our time with it too. Okay, we have a Rangeki trigger on the Goblin Knight. We'll go for a Bone Crusher here. That should be the final awakening we need for this floor. We'll check after the battle. whole lot escaped this morning, so if you're into big flashy graphics, you picked the right episode to watch.
There! It's finished.
Yep, we performed 4 awakenings. So now we just have to finish off the 6 parties, and probably the toughest of them is the 18 skill triggers. Don't see that being too big a challenge though, especially since we don't have to do any more awakenings in this set. Just keep sitting back, hitting for 1, and letting Alcade primarily set us up for the Rengeki triggers. Teamwork, making the dream work, if you will. Retreat there, wait till they turn, and surprise us. It amazes me the amount I have to do to get away from these guys sometimes. Just everything focusing there. Don't even think I was the threat for most of them. Okay, so we've got 1 Goblin Knight down. I know I could just trigger the skill triggers for the sake of triggering them, but Rengeki seems to be the way to go. Morale gauge. So that's what I'm trying. And the load swell. Primarily not using Justice because I'm sort of using a mini version of it in the double trigger. At some point I'll have to. Looks like I'll be using the icons again after this battle, as I'm the only one with discernible SP over half. That's gotta suck. You get chaotic striked into a chaotic strike.
Really good effort, everyone.
Really good effort indeed. Sometimes the best effort is just to make it look like a battle. Dick move saying that. Yeah, filling up Shino's SP, not the easiest thing to do. But hey, you got these things. Opening the Steam door here, we got a dead-end room to check out.
My philosophy is to go full strength.
Got the surprise round there. And not so surprisingly, the Goblin Knights just charging right after us. Tough to be main characters sometimes, you know? Shino just kind of chilling out in the background there. Again, for those of you joining me, we have started in that final 50-floor slog of the Forest of Pain. From this point on, our party is Hiseo, Alcade, and Shino, sort of a point of no return, because we can't just teleport to town every 10 rounds like we've been to change up the party. So while that's been fun, it's given us a chance to throw together some fun party combinations. I kind of went analytically on this one and just went with a party that I would really feel comfortable playing were this an actual, like, RPG playthrough and not just me messing around for the sake of streaming. Almost forgot to double trigger there.
It's finished.
Apologies if you're watching this at a later date and wondering where my first awakening came from on this block. We had a little technical difficulty earlier. The signal kind of dropped out. Been staying pretty constant since though, so I feel we're out of the woods on that one. Pick up some soda, and I believe we're heading in. Yeah, we're just heading straight across on this one. Oh, missed this mushroom last time through. Oh, what the heck? Flower recharge. Let's get those chim back up to 9.99. Dot hack chim kicker. Okay, block 53. Alright, got a bit more variety here, got a couple more rooms. I guess this is sort of our last gasp. Well, we've already cleared all of our things, so, A, good job for us stringing out those for the sake of hitting the achievements. B, all we have to do is not die in these. Feel fairly confident, maxed out level, balanced party. We're not going to die, so let's say we just take these out nice and quick, guys. Show what this team could do. Gonna skip this awakening. If you really want to see the animation, we did it about 1,000 times earlier.
Oh yeah, piece of cake.
Get those mushrooms kicked open, and down we go. Trap room. My least favorite thing in this game are the trap rooms. Not so much that they're difficult, but they are annoyingly designed, which I guess is the point. They make you stop, they make you move precisely. Or if you have Pyros in your party, they make you run Pyros into spike traps. Didn't even see the encounter by the time it saw me. That's what I get for not paying attention too much. So that's 2 encounters we didn't get the surprise round on. But overall, I think we'll live. Not the intended monster on that, but we'll roll with it anyway. Again, getting that morale up through the support spells can't be understated. You know, obviously these rounds, we're not sitting there pulling the same tricks we were earlier just to get the bar up. And we're still 2/3 the way full, and we did that on 2 skill triggers.
It's finished.
treasures here. And back to the trap room we go. Fortunately, last time we have to see this specific trap room. Finishes off with a steam door for maximum annoyance. At least personal annoyance. Now I'm going to be sitting there thinking I'm 5 chimp spheres short of full.
Don't let your guard down.
There's a good surprise round. Gets us right into the thick of things, right where you'd want to be. As you can see, the dual guns do far more damage up close. And these have had they were already 5-star equipment, which means they're rare and they're about as powerful as a normal item in the game gets. And then using our cheat alchemy ability, we got them up to 5, we got them up fully ranked on the cheat alchemy. So, the guns are about as broken as they get. There's the DG-0s, which I believe was the doppelganger weapon. I could be wrong on that. Let this awakening play through. Normal RPG logic says you want to get those heals in out of combat. But I've got that SP regen going for Shino there, and again, only 3 points at a time, but it's tangible. Wow, whole party noticed me there. We're gonna step back a bit. Damn, they followed me all the way up. So we'll just find them at the doorway here. Oh man, I forgot to double trigger that last one. Well, after that mistake, I do believe we're in line for double trigger justice. Yeah, that made a little bit of progress for us in that battle. I will say, coming back from the mistake as strong as you possibly can. Had them all in that concentrated area, and all 3 got hit with the brunt of the justice. Okay, dead end room there. So I guess we just work our way back to the middle and then over to the exit for this block. Mathematically, it's impossible for us to die through. Well, I guess it's not impossible. If we just stood in place and let these swinging blades kill us a bunch, I guess we could get our 3 KOs. But I'm happy to take 0 on the 3 or less. Block 54, yet another free block for us as far as having to do things go. Get to play this one just for fun. And we're back to our standard 3 encounter rooms. I completely forgot that the little stage conditions increased as you got further on.
You're open!
Kick the speed trident. It's got that little blue bar under the hit points if you noticed. Until that thing hits, it's going to be up in the air, and melee attacks against it are going to be problematic. As you can see, we got that down. You saw that little flash, that little whirlwind of light, if you will. Didn't quite get there for the Rengeki. Thanks, Goblin. Goblin Knights actually doing their job protecting in that battle. Yeah, what the heck. Make sure the Sea Trident goes down on this awakening, and we will do the quick version. There's the party, and there's the pain.
Really good effort, everyone.
I apparently have new mail. That's good to know. I'll be sure to check that out after this. For now, we're collecting some pain here in the forest. That's what it's there for. Little treasure room this way. With the greatest treasure of all.
Everyone, you gotta focus.
A battle I missed the, flat out missed the surprise round on. The 3 Duster Goblins. Again, when actually trying, this party is brutally effective. Basically doing the Lotus Flower there for time. I do believe it is the quickest of the Rengeki triggers. Working in concert with Alcade here. Yeah, it's definitely a little faster than Bone Crush. Now there's just one Duster Goblin left. Let's have a little fun with this one. Chaotic Strike into the Justice double trigger, and that should set us up for yet another awakening. Not quite the full way there, but we're close. Shino, of course, adding in with that heal. Picked up a strange coffee. Feeling a coffee here in a bit myself. Suppose it's not really necessary at this point, but we'll go ahead and use the icons. Yeah, Shino's SP are basically paying for the awakenings, at least 50%. Her support casting are majority partners in our ability to hit Avatar awakenings. And I went the wrong way. Ah, the wonders of early morning streaming. Had the signal cut out, tripping over my words. Yeah, it's all a good time though. Did that reset everything? My goodness, that reset everything.
I'll crush you.
Did not know that about the old Forest to Pain there. If you accidentally go back to a different floor, it resets everything. So hey, I learned. Gonna knock these tridents out of the sky, and then we're gonna hit the awakening, because all you do is just knock that shield down if you do it earlier. Didn't quite take him out, but certainly did more than enough damage to make this easy. There's a Goblin Knight completely unharmed. That's a little weird. That's okay. We'll fix that in a hurry.
Let's go to the next one.
pay a bit more attention to where the next one is. Really doing my best to make up for that lost footage, aren't I?
Yeah, looks like we can do it.
Love the in-game optimism there. Looks like we can do it. I would think so. I would think we are capable. Forest of Pain, I believe, is your Volume 3 post game. In the lore, it always felt a little weak to me as a post-game event. Not gonna get too spoiler-heavy into the things, but this is an area that was cleared before the events of this game. So to see it come up after you beat the events of this game, even a slightly tweaked version, it's like, okay. I guess that's a thing. Does have a cool name though. I suppose it's worth it just to say you played through an event named the Forest of Pain.
I'm getting goosebumps.
Kate is apparently getting goosebumps. Really have no clue what to do with that information, practically. Yeah, not even gonna try to go for that Rengeki. Whole way across the screen, and these Goblin Knights seem more than fixated on me. So we'll just give them what they want, which is a whole lot of magic bullets from my shiny gun. Okay. Ended up getting a Rengeki out of this overall. Unless I hit the wrong enemy.
That was nothing.
Sure felt that way. Okay, treasure chest in the corner here, right between these two mushrooms. Don't even know why I'm collecting them at this point. I suppose just to stay in practice, because for all I know, the next block's gonna have me collect 100 items. Yep, blue arrow there. I really should be checking more carefully. Unless I want this to be a 3-hour stream, I really don't. So we got all 4 of our things, and we end up picking up the DGY, which we already had. Pretty sure this is yet another one of these blank fields where we would normally have the boss battle. And we do have a portal to go back home. But of course, if we warped out here at level 60, we'd have to start back at level 50. Oh wow, this isn't even 60, that's right, this is 55. See, this is taking longer. In part because I was trying to be more careful. And in part because, I messed up. No other way about that. Nothing there to see at the portal, nobody to talk to. Makes sense, because we're 55 floors into the Forest of Pain. You would think random parties wouldn't be showing up. Okay, our new phase bonuses for blocks 56 to 59. We have to open 6 treasures or trap boxes, that's a no problem. Defeat 7 enemy parties, also no problem. 3 or less KOs, should have that, and 4 awakenings. Easy peasy on this one. Looks like we'll have a few chances for encounters here right away. Play it like last time, we should have our awakenings pretty well cleared by the time we get out of this block. Just like last time, first room we go in locks behind us. So we'll be spending some chim here.
You're open!
Hey, just realized we had an awakening right away. Let's go ahead and hit that. Take a moment to stretch the legs a bit. As you saw, we only did 312 damage to that funny face. Because it was hovering in the air and all we took down was this little flotation thing. But we are up against some of the weirdest looking monsters we've seen so far. The funny face and the face bug. Not sure which one looks weirder. If you have an opinion on the subject, feel free to let me know. I feel like they want the funny face to look weirder. But overall, like, that's something you would see in a bad, like, quarter machine prize. Face bug's just one of those things that shouldn't exist. To be honest, I'm not sure how many I'm actually fighting over there. Is that 2? And I missed the double trigger. Okay, this time before kicking the giant flowers, let's say we actually go ahead and fill the fuel tank. 15 chim taking us down to 979, but we have 2 giant flowers here, and that should get us well on our way back up to full. Yeah, it won't get us quite there, but we'll be into the 990s, so not gonna argue with that. We are gonna move down though, as I don't want to repeat the mistake of earlier where I accidentally went back a full level. Found out the encounters reset. Not a bad trick though if you find yourself just a little short of one of your goals. Don't know why I'm retreating. Aside from the awakenings, there isn't really much to do. Give that awakening real quick. Okay, don't quite have the 6 treasure boxes down, but also don't have our sense of direction down, unfortunately. Don't know what I'm doing here today. My apologies. Try and straighten it out a bit. As we head further in, the awareness on the monsters seems to be increasing greatly.
I'm getting goosebumps.
Already failed, I believe, 3 surprise encounters. Trying to keep up with them as well as we can. And this drop score just has a boatload of hit points. Absolute ton of hit points on him. So we're gonna go Bone Crusher just to whittle him down that much quicker. As you could see, he went right quick and in a hurry from all the hit points to none of them. That's what up close gunplay followed by the Bone Crusher will do. Get a nice boost from the double trigger and then take it out.
I didn't even break a sweat.
Kicking Chim Chim is kind of fun. Alcade pretty much nailed that one. Kicking Chim Chim, always kind of fun. Okay, Fairy Queen Orb there. And while we're in the items, let's go ahead and Icon of Purity, basically Alcade's SP back up. Only got that one blade to dodge, so let's regroup the party, do that nice and easy.
I'm getting goosebumps.
At this point, just trying to get all of the hit points down under 4,000. We're pretty close to an awakening. Yeah, we'll trigger the awakening there. That should be number 4 for us in this block. Not 100% sure on that, but I feel confident that we're close. For all that work, we didn't even hit all the monsters. Face Bug made it out completely unscathed. So that's okay, gives us a chance to build back up some of that morale gauge. And have a little fun along the way.
This is a piece of cake.
Steam door ahead of us. feeling the face bugs at all this battle. Just wanted to get them out of there. Now we have a Horndragal. Can at least try for a Rengeki against the Horndragal. Nice happy face on him. Get a good close-up of it, too.
I didn't even break a sweat.
Not only did he not break a sweat, he got put to sleep. Okay, we want to go this way first. Past the old platform.
You're open!
Another encounter with a trap spore. So I guess the thing with the trap spore is it walks around with those little legs that look like giant gourd monsters with mouths. But the monster is itself that little dead tree looking thing in the middle. Quite frankly, it all looks terrifying. It all looks terrifying on the trap spore. Hit another Avatar Awakening. We'll go the quick version here because we're already coming up on 48 minutes. And I know time is valuable. Despite what my gameplay here has shown, I understand time is valuable. Y'all got things to do. Yeah, that's our 4 awakenings. Now we have to defeat 7 parties and open 6 treasures or trap boxes. We've got 3 coming up here in a couple rooms, so that'll put us close, if not over. Cleared this one already. Pass platform number 3. Pass platform. Yep, the English language did not come with me for this stream.
Don't let your guard down.
Just about everything sort of setting a little bit off. But that's a good fit to the Forest of Pain, especially as we start in the second half here. It says Chaotic Strike, and we're gonna go ahead and listen to the recommendations of the game. Remember to double trigger there. More morale, more damage. Good thing all around. Now we're just gonna fade out a bit and just keep doing 1 damage at a time until we can get a Rengeki on this. There we are. Lotus Flower. Once again, I will agree. And double trigger. Not quite the finish, but might as well be, because it's not making it far after that. That sounds like a trap chest. Yes, it is. 3-second variety. Nice and easy. 3 X's in a circle, down with that one in about a second. Okay, life doesn't get much easier as far as qualifications go. We just have to open another treasure box or 2. One thing we want to do, not so much have to do, but want to do, is go ahead and refill our stats real quick. Icon of Purity. Alkaid just keeps using up those skill points. And the Fairy Queen Orb. Again, not entirely necessary, but it will show us what we're coming into. So yeah, we'll hit our treasure boxes here, and then again, just trying to play for the fun of it at that point. Those swing blades look difficult, but pretty easy pattern to get through.
Yeah, looks like we can do it.
Okay, here we've got a horned wall and a trap spore. Let's do a bone crusher here. Not too worried about the recommendations, but I felt that one was probably the best pick to do damage to both. And the horned wall puts me to sleep. Hopefully that traps... Okay, Shino healed me. Normally I would just hope that the trap spore came over and hit me because a hit seems to relieve sleep in this.
Come on, there's gotta be someone better.
Nice. Finished the battle, and it turns out the morale gauge filled just at the end, so we got that little extra chime in the post-battle. Trap chest to the 3-second variety here. A little slower on that one, but still plenty of time. Open the steam door. Down to 984. Got to get some chim spheres here soon. Not that it's very necessary, it just bugs me. Don't know why.
My philosophy is to go full strength.
And once again, sleep by the horned wall. Shino, quick on the save. So we're right back into this, and taking out the trap spore before you knew any different. Come up in close here to the horned wall and doing a little over 100 damage per shot there at the end. Back to this middle room and up.
I'll crush you.
Being the dual gunner gives us a huge advantage getting those floating enemies out of the sky. Before that, you were basically using the Edge Punisher's large sword or the Flick Reaper's sight, simply because it had that line. Wow. Don't care that I didn't get the Rigaki on this one. We're just gonna hit adjust this double trigger because the space bug is flat out annoying to fight up close and personal. Turns out we ended up just getting in on a Rengeki anyway. Had to wait for my little red gauge to refill there, but we caught it just in time. Kick some more chin. And another trap chest. This one 4-second variety. Okay, yeah. Got everything done there, so we'll just be playing for fun to the end of the block. Should be fairly close here. Yep, block 59. Guess we're just getting through this one and probably saving up shortly after. Coming up on the 1 hour mark. Easily the longest stream I've had. Pardon me. And that's before you count in the fact. First 5 or so minutes were lost. Door locks behind.
You punks!
I don't even know why we were trying for the surprise round there. Just old habits, I guess. Another thing you notice, blocks aren't just absolute zero here. We're finally into the monsters that are kind of a threat. Again, triggering the awakening would be kind of pointless while any of them are floating up in the air, so that funny face is... Yep, that was the last target that needed that shield taken down. And then we get some real damage out of that. Each one hit for well over 3,000. There's our trap chest. At least I haven't screwed up one of those. Ah, that's right, the room locked. I'm sitting there trying to open the door. I'm kind of a doofus sometimes. And continue on our merry way. You know what? Getting a little late here. So I'm just gonna run through it. We've hit our goals. Rest of this is fluff. Going to avoid those and just make it to the end stage. Come back next time, Sunday morning, hopefully a little more crisp than this. As you can see, got everything we wanted to get out of that. And we are at level 60. Just hit the hour mark here. Thank you very much for watching. Certainly not as long as I want to make these things. I would like to keep them in the 45-minute range. Just going to try harder next time. That said, this is point 60, and hey, we got some Chim Assassins. We'll kick those before we sign off. Got all 6. Okay, so that is the Forest of Pain. We did blocks 51 to 60. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Hope you're enjoying this as I'm going along. Do plan on doing this at least through the rest of the Forest of Pain, then maybe giving GU a break, maybe trying a couple other games here. Let me know if there's anything you'd like to see. We'll see you next time.